Today we are here with Chad Ackerman. Thank you for being here. Excited to have you.
Thank you, Gabrielle. I'm excited to be on the new podcast. This is fantastic. So, really excited that you guys are doing this now and I get to be a part of it early on.
Awesome. Yeah, we're so glad to have you on. And I'm excited to chat with you today.
Great.
I thought we would start right at the very beginning and ask what were you doing before becoming a focal point coach?
Yeah, no, everybody's got a journey, right? So, mine, I was a corporate W-2 person forever. I was in HR, human resources. I was in compensation specifically. So, not exactly the breeding ground for entrepreneurial work coming out of HR, but I had done it for years. I had 25 plus years in the corporate world, and I got the bug to start investing in real estate. And that bug turned into developing a job by building a community of passive real estate investors that we called Left Field Investors was our company. We had a ball with it. We started it. We were a pandemic baby. Had the pandemic not happened, we would have still be meeting in Columbus, Ohio, where I'm located, with 10 or 12 of us around a dinner table. But the pandemic caused us to go onto Zoom like we're doing right now. And because we went on Zoom, we said, well, we can invite as many people as we want from wherever we want. And our community grew like crazy. And we ended up having just over 2,000 people in our community before it was over with. And we got courted by a bigger company that we were all a part of their community before we moved into building our own, because they didn't offer the education we were looking for passive investing. I know it's into the weeds, but they came to us and said, hey, they want to start building that community and wanted help and wanted to partner with us. And jokingly, they said, maybe we'll buy you out at some point in time. And we said, well, why don't you buy us out? And so we were lucky enough to sell to bigger pockets, and our brand, Left Field Investors, became branded as Passive Pockets, and it's a community that's out there still today. So we love to see it live on. Well, that left me then with nothing to do. So that's when I decided to look at franchises and ended up courting a few different franchises and wound up with Focal Point before it was over with.
Wow. I had no idea what the
It's a lot.
story was. I like it. That's awesome. And congratulations on your journey. And
Thank you.
you set me up perfectly for my next question.
Good.
I was gonna go right ahead and say, why did you decide to join Focal Point? And I guess more so, what made Focal Point the right decision in that moment in time?
No, I went through a franchise broker, and he, did the personality assessment, Q&A'd me like crazy, which was great. He did a wonderful job and presented me with 3 different offers. And I purposely asked for very diverse offers. I'm like, I want to see, give me a curveball that, you don't think I would even look at, and give me some other things. That I looked at a type of a gym that was going to be a brick and mortar. I looked at a custom cabinet company that I'd own a warehouse and build. And then I looked at Focal Point as well. And I tossed the gym out right away. It just wasn't my thing, wasn't my fit. But I was really struggling with the cabinet factory and Focal Point. And ultimately, the thing that won Focal Point over was the flexibility it offered me. My kids are grown, about out of the house, not quite, but about out of the house. So I'm ready to go move somewhere else, and having a brick and mortar was just going to tether me to the location that I'm like, I don't know how long it's going to be. And I don't want to have my decisions be governed by my franchise. So that won me over. But then digging in and learning about Brian Tracy's work with this and all the number of coaches that there are in Focal Point already. So the community it has really rang through with me, with the community that I just sold off, basically, that I see the power in that group ability to help you kind of work through your problems and ask questions around and get educated more. So it really rang through with me, and I liked the program, liked the people that I met. So it became kind of a no-brainer.
Wow. That's awesome. I completely different franchises that you were looking at. That's so
Very.
interesting. And so the culture and the time and all of those things that Focal Point had to offer, how have you found that now that you've been with Focal Point for how many years did you say again?
Not quite a year yet. It was
Right.
December of last year that I bought the franchise and started my certification.
Oh,
So
right. I
I'm
don't think I
just
knew
about at my
that.
year anniversary. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Thank you very much. So I think it's been great. I think the biggest thing I didn't have an appreciation for that I've really loved about Focal Point is the fact that we have this kind of regional connection. I'm in Ohio. Todd Eppert is like he kind of carries the flag of Focal Point. So he's a great mentor to have here in Ohio, but it's a very engaged team in Ohio too. So there's a lot of just camaraderie amongst us, the frequency we meet, just me being newer, them checking on me, hey, how's it going? What's working? What's not? You keeping your spirits up? Everything going okay? Kind of thing. That's been great because I'm a big fan of just having that group of people to lean on, especially people that are a few steps down the road than I am, that I can learn from their mistakes and try not to make them and progress towards my goals that much quicker.
Right. Yeah. No, I think community is so important. And I've talked to a few people about community now, but it's interesting for you to bring up the regional because I don't think I've heard that specific part yet. And
Yeah.
that is such a powerful part of Focal Point, especially if you bring Todd Eppert into it, make any day better.
Right, exactly. Well, I mean, my fear was, okay, there's 300 and they're worldwide and most of the people I met when I was vetting Focal Point had a lot of tenure, had been doing this for quite some time. So I purposely asked Scott when I was vetting, I'm like, give me somebody new, give me somebody that's been in it a year or something. I want to meet people that are just a couple steps ahead of me. So they've been through what I'm going to go through and they can give me a better perspective than somebody that's had a license for 10 years and, they don't remember that first day as much anymore. So I got introduced to Jim Dunn, who was another fantastic person to meet. I'm actually doing some consulting with Jim. So that relationship started when I was vetting Focal Point, and it's blossomed into some co-work for the two of us to do to help one another. So great relationships out of the whole thing.
Wow, that's awesome. I didn't know that you two were working together.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a former CHRO and he's doing some fractional work. And I come from an HR background and have compensation, which he didn't have. So he's like, you actually round out my offering really well because I can bring in a comp expert then to help coach people and consult with them and so forth. So it's been a good relationship so far. I've really enjoyed working with him. He's such a smart guy. Oh my gosh. He's a lot of fun to just get nuggets off of all the time. So I've really enjoyed it.
Oh, that's awesome. That's so wonderful to hear. Thank you for sharing that.
Absolutely. He pays me to do that.
It's helpful, yeah. I'm gonna take a quick little pivot here now
Mhm.
because I wanted to ask a little bit more about your business and what you've accomplished in the last year. And specifically, I was curious about some of the tools that you have used from Focal Point that you end up using more often and find very helpful.
Yeah, yeah. So the CRM is fantastic. The fact I got FP Hub early on, I'm like, I might as well start good behaviors quickly rather than creating bad behaviors. So that's been instrumental. I'd never used the CRM before. And the fact that it was customized Focal Point was very helpful, helped me get up to speed with it very easily. And then I've pushed for a big social media presence. So I've tried to utilize the FB, I'm forgetting the name of it now, sadly, the LinkedIn work that we do.
Oh,
Uh,
right. Are you talking about FP Connect
Yes,
or?
Connect. Thank you. Connect. But those have been big to help get me started and get me going with my strategy, build my momentum to really focus on the areas I'm trying to focus on. They've been instrumental to help me out.
That's awesome. And so how do you use some of those in your coaching? Like how does it impact that kind of daily work that you do?
Yeah, well, the CRM is fantastic just for keeping me organized and keeping up with notes and who I contacted, who did I send a note to that I need to follow up with. Just my organizational skills helps out immensely with. So those have been great. But then beyond that, yeah, working directly with the clients and so forth, I haven't found that connection yet necessarily with, partly because I spun my business a little bit, that it isn't pure typical Focal Point coaching. It's a blend of our resources at Focal Point and my real estate focus that I'm doing. So I'm trying to kind of adapt it into my own business as it works out, not a pure follow exactly the order that Focal Point promotes with their franchises and so forth.
Yeah. Would you mind diving a little bit deeper into that and what
Sure.
that looks like?
Yeah, so I took, like I said, I ran this community of passive real estate investors for 5 years, and I invest passively myself, so I'm still passionate about it. So I took the skills of all the 72 modules that have great coaching material, and I found 20 or so that really related, I thought, to the people that I might coach that are wanting to get into passive real estate investing. So what can I do to help utilize our great resources with my experience and blend that into a real estate coaching job? That's kind of where I've landed. So I take the clarity modules and I try to blend that with, instead of small business or mid-sized business language, real estate language, investment language, and utilize it to kind of come up with a hybrid that I could not directly use our resources, but adapt them into what I'm trying to do for my clients and my customers.
Wow. Okay. I like that. It's so fascinating to hear. It's also interesting to listen to that and see how, other people with their own expertises can kind of plug that in and do something similar as well. So thank you for sharing that.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I think Todd has enjoyed learning more about what I'm trying to do, because it's not the take it off the shelf model that Focal Point promotes. But he's like, no, he's like, I think you're heading down the right path. And there's some great resources. I'm pointing back here because I've got them sitting on my shelf back here. But there's great stuff that Brian Tracy created. Yeah. I don't want to recreate the whole wheel. I just tried to adapt the wheel to what I'm trying to do for the clients I'm trying to service and so forth. So it's a great jumping off point, and then I just kind of tweak it to fit what my needs are for my group of people. So it's been good. It's been interesting so far.
That's great. I love it. I have one kind of final question here to wrap things up. Something I found really interesting to ask people is, with their time here so far at Focal Point, is there one thing that really stands out that keeps them going every day? That motivation? Is it a success story? Is it a relationship with a coach or a client? What is that one thing that has fueled you for the past year?
Yeah, maybe it's because I'm in my first year and newer, and I don't have that established business underneath me yet necessarily. But it's what sold me on Focal Point from the get-go. It's what it can be. It's the fact, that Focal Point is fantastic about saying it's your business and create it what you want. The fact I've taken the materials that they provided and build it into my own business, they don't have a problem with that. So that flexibility. But to me, it's that ability to scale it into whatever I want to scale it into. Do I want to make this big and have employees underneath me and service hundreds of clients, maybe start a community, whatever? Or do I want to meet with, 8 or 10 people a month and that's good enough for me, kind of thing? I love that flexibility, and the idea of, I don't plan to be here in Columbus, Ohio for the rest of my life, hopefully, in the next 2 or 3 years. The fact I can pick this up and take it anywhere and continue on like nothing ever changed is wonderful to me. And it's that point of my life where I want flexibility, and Focal Point really offered flexibility to me to do this job. Like, I could do this job however many years I want to do it, because I can probably always talk to clients about my experiences and give them coaching based on our resources and help them out, that I don't have to shut down at some point in time because I have to pass it off to somebody else. I can't keep up with the overhead or whatever. I'm going to have that flexibility for a very long time, which I love about it.
Well, I really love how you described that, and I can tell you're very passionate. And so thank you so much for sharing that with me.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, well, I think that that might be our time. So thank you so much for joining me today. This has been so lovely. It's been wonderful getting to chat with you and get to know you a little bit better.
Absolutely. Yeah,
So
no, thank you for your time. It was great to join in and tell a little bit about my journey. Happy I could be a part of it.